Fortnite has a lot of game modes. A lot of game modes. 16 listed under the Buy Epic tab with a 17th on the way. Today, I'm going to be going through and ranking each and every one of these. At least that was the plan. When I started this video about a month ago, the game seemed fine. Then there were these AI skins, I didn't really like that, and the V-Buck prices were going up, and that's also bad. But like, I've already committed. I've got a ton of the footage. I'll just add like a footnote to start the video and just say I don't like these changes. If you want to boycott Epic and Fortnite because of them, that's fine. Then I saw that they were sunsetting 3 game modes. That's a shame. I mean, really, some of them are kind of weak, but it's never good to see something go. And then I saw that they were laying off 1,000 employees! So that's this video. As intended, I will go through and rank all of these different modes. But man, out of nowhere, I just all of a sudden have a lot to say about these modes and Epic Games as a whole. So let's just get started. I'm going in the order Epic themselves has the modes listed under their Buy Epic tab. So that's this order. Anything not currently in the game in that tab, so, any game mode that's been removed, like Floor is Lava, Food Fight, Slide, etc., will not be ranked. Wasn't planning on drinking tonight, but I'm missing LTMs like crazy. This is meant to be from the perspective of someone who would have just loaded up Fortnite. This is these modes in their current states as they are right now.
My name is Markiplier, and welcome to Fortnite Battle Royale.
I mean, like, the toppest of top tiers, yeah. This is what you play Fortnite for. When someone says Fortnite, this is the mode that you think of. Especially since the game is very good right now. Unique storm shapes, fun and creative items, the map is pretty decent, rivalries are fun, and with Showdown, we should be seeing even more items and mechanics added throughout the season. Of course, it's currently unknown how these layoffs will affect Battle Royale moving forward. A lot of key members who are responsible for this mode were laid off, but this is judging these modes in their current states. And in the current state, the game is fun. There's a lot to love and admire. A player can drive the battle bus and collect bonus XP.
Here, okay, we're going straight to Latte Landing.
There's orange cubes scattered about to give you more bonus XP. NPCs to talk to and buy stuff from, and even higher. Battle Royale is just overall a really, really solid mode. Even when it feels weak or mediocre, a small break helps you fall in love with it again, just like any other multiplayer game. I don't even think I need to explain more about Battle Royale. I don't think it'll be controversial to put it at the top of the top tier and just leave it there. Everyone loves Battle Royale. It's what you have Fortnite installed for. It might not always hit, but it's still usually enjoyable enough to play every couple of weeks.
Oh, what if?
Oh hey! Oh hey! Nice rivalry. I saw the pop up and I just immediately shotgunned him in the head. It's Fortnite. If you like Fortnite, you like Battle Royale. Sorry, some of this footage is from replay mode. My computer crashed during a recording session. Reload is interesting. I don't dislike it, but it feels really out of place. If you want long matches, you go to Battle Royale. If you want a different flavor of BR, you go to OG. If you want shorter matches, you go to Blitz. Reload fits this weird middle ground where the matches aren't 6 minutes long like Blitz or 20 minutes long like BR, but instead it's like 15 minutes. It's not short enough to really feel different from BR, and the reloading gimmick feels kind of weird. Very rarely do I feel like I reload in and I'm ready to go. I need to get back to looting, harvesting materials, whatever, because I've effectively just had my progress reset. Unless I'm in a squads mode and there's a team wipe I can go pick up loot from, reloading just feels weird. And then they disable the gimmick late into the game? I mean, I know why. It just makes it feel really odd. Reloads, just not really my thing. It can be fun. I think the mode really shines in duos of all versions, just because that's where I found the most fun. I also really like all the maps that has. Some of them are noticeably weaker, but the 3 that were in rotation when making this video, Venture, Oasis, and Slurp Rush, are probably my 3 favorites, so I really enjoyed it. I know that there are reload junkies out there, but this just ain't my game mode. I'm glad it's here, it's a good addition, it's just not really my type of thing I'm gonna run all the time. Yeah, top of that tier.
I said I played these games before!
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, time.
We do not have the same combo at all. Why did I think we had the same combo? Oh my god.
If you remember my award-winning video, Fortnite and Weaponized Nostalgia, you'll know a decent chunk of that video was talking about Fortnite OG and my thoughts on it and the broken state that it was in. Because of that, I think some people just took the wrong impression. I don't dislike Fortnite OG. I don't even dislike the concept. I've been playing Fortnite since the day they added the launchpad, and I think it's fun to revisit these 7-year-old seasons. Especially right now. The end of Chapter 1 is what I really enjoyed, and here with Season 7, I think we're hitting it. I'm excited for what's coming up, assuming it can launch in a good state, especially Season 9. That's probably one of my favorite seasons of all time. But OG Season 7 is just really solid. Stretch textures on the vending machines aside, the loot pool feels good, the map is good to traverse, and matchmaking has been a lot nicer to me than when I needed to play the mode for the other video. I also really like this map. Wailing Woods with the teleporters is one of my favorite Fortnite locations of all time, up there next to Paradise Palms, which is also on this map right now. Fortnite OG is pretty much just a simpler version of the current Battle Royale mode. At the core, it's the same. It just has a different map, loot pool, and some mechanics. I think snipers are a bit overtuned, but I've always held that opinion about Chapter 1.
Way more about them than they know. Like, it just doesn't.
We traded each other!
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually awesome.
Quickly line it up. There, already had it in the chamber. So, yeah, this goes right up next to normal BR. It's a good, fun game mode that's honestly worth playing. It's overall really solid, even if you weren't there for these season's original runs. Blitz is an interesting game mode. It's actually an evolution of an old LTM, Blitz Royale, that was also focused on faster games. Although, wow, this version of Blitz is really weird. It's not bad, it's enjoyable enough, but it feels very mechanically shallow. It's not a mode you can play for hours on end like the other modes we've talked about so far. The level system is probably the weirdest part of this entire mode, and it leads to a lot of my problems with the mode. It's just not very deep, just sort of resulting in the game throwing random items at you every minute or so. It's not like Super, one of my personal favorite Battle Royale seasons, where the leveling was highly impactful on the game and entire strategies revolved around maxing it out as fast as possible. Matches in this mode are also really short, rarely hitting 5 minutes. It's a fine mode to just fire up while waiting for someone to launch their game, warm up with, or just to kill 20 minutes, but that short length and lack of mechanical depth really hurts it. It's also exclusively zero build. That's fine. I like to play both builds and zero builds, but I've heard multiple people say that alone has put them off from enjoying the mode because they're builds players. I am sort of curious on how the mode would look if it did have building though. With how fast the mode is, I wonder if the games on average would end up prolonged or if it still end up evening out. There's a lot of cool game design potential to investigate there.
Oh my god,
Whoever
that's
just
cripples.
joined, I hope you know that we made an agreement to rip your skin off and kill you.
What the fuck? I can't hear anything!
Fuck?
They got me in the fucking dungeon, dude. This Ice King shit, serious.
Where are you?
Dude, he's at suit.
Do not join Team Ice King.
Well, like it's a fine enough mode. Feels like it could have been made a bit deeper, but for a mode designed for quick, bite-sized matches, it works well enough. Bottom of the second tier.
Does this mean
Fortnite
is back?
No.
going from a shallow mode to one with an insane amount of death just like that is quite jarring. This is what Fortnite was originally envisioned as. It's a mode far deeper than anything we've discussed or will discuss. It has huge backpacks of characters, traps, weapons, and all sort of crafting items to look through. Thankfully, I have saved the world's founders because I'm just like that. So, over my 7 years of playing this mode, it's aight, not really my thing. Gets repetitive really fast. The free V-Bucks is nice, but that's only for founders. If you bought Save the World after June 2020, you're pretty much just out of luck. The mode is also, finally, going free to play in April 2026. Premium experience, huh? There's honestly so much to discuss that I won't go super deep into the crafting and whatnot, but for the standard missions, is the game worth playing? Yeah, I'd say so. It's a fairly decent time sink. Like I said, I'm not huge on these types of games, but I've absolutely put a couple hundred hours into this mode over the last several years. I'm a ninja main with a constructor in my back pocket, like anyone else who plays this mode. If you still had to pay for it, I'm not super sure I'd recommend this. The game is currently unfinished, which is why I haven't completed the story mode to this day. The seasonal events are reran constantly. I feel like I've done the same events so often I've gotten used to what I need to do. But you know what? Hey, with the mode going free to play, I'd say give it a good couple hours on a weekend and see if it's something you enjoy. Right underneath Reload in the second highest tier. So I'm not a big fan of this one. Any survival game that forces you to wait for like every single material to get crafted is pretty lame in my book. I will say this though, the combat's pretty solid. It's just a shame that the building part of this survival sandbox isn't great. It's hard to connect pieces on your own, and building pretty much anything requires you to follow a guide. You know, sorry, listen, I'm not much of a Lego guy, I'm more of a model kit guy. It's just the building in this mode, it doesn't feel quite right. I think the biggest issue is locking certain parts behind paywalls, like the item shop or Lego battle passes. Why? It really limits creativity, which is horrible for a game like this. I get why, but it's just really, really disappointing. The game already asks for your time, and now it asks for your wallet too. I'm sure there's a lot more to discover. I only played about 3 hours worth, and this is how much progress I made. Like I said though, the combat is enjoyable enough. Man, if only there was a mode that was only the combat. But surely, they'd never make that, right? Just kind of right there in the middle. It's fine, I guess. I don't want it gone, but I'm not exactly blown away by it. I'm not really hopping out of bed to fire up Lego Fortnite Odyssey. It's a real middle-of-the-road survival sandbox that really only gets updates because it has 2 huge companies tied to it. Man, what a game mode. You know, I've always wanted Iron Man to ask me to adopted him. It's a game mode. I mean, sure, whatever, it exists. It's pretty lame and boring. It has none of the charm other big open city games do, and none of the charm job simulator games do. It's a very squeaky clean and just simply empty mode. It has, like, the illusion of stuff to do. Get a job, complete quests, but none of it is deep. You just complete basic, simple tasks to get a menial amount of cash to spend on furniture for your house. Don't worry about any of this, I'm just investing. This mode just doesn't have any appeal. Nothing truly unique to set it apart. It pretty much fails at anything it tries to do. It's not interesting, it's not fun, it's just basic benign tasks over and over and over again until you get bored. Also, one time I drank a snowman potion and it didn't turn me back to normal, so I played for like 20 minutes as a snowman until I got bored. This feels very unintentional. Second to bottom tier. Only reason this won't be cut is because it's got Lego money pumped into it. Now, this is a crafting table. Is a game mode. Okay, listen. I think it'd be really funny if I said I didn't like rhythm games based off, you know, that one video. But I'm just actually bad at them. The mode though is really, really solid. It's just a simple rhythm game, but it works. It just does exactly what it needs to. The issue is, again, sort of like Lego Odyssey, where a lot of the main draw, in this case, the songs and their charts, are locked behind a paywall. Really, just pick up the ones you like. You know, I pretty much have every single Daft Punk, Miku, and Metallica song available. By the way, insane trio to collect. There is nothing in common between these guys. But the free stuff rotates in and out pretty frequently. Even if you just casually run it, there's plenty of charts to play. Couple of difficulties and 4 unique instruments leads to plenty of replayability, something that I feel like a lot of rhythm games can lack if you're not obsessed with hitting high scores. I think this is really the only other mode worth running almost exclusively, which I think I'm right in saying. I've seen multiple content creators who make only Fortnite Festival videos. There's really a lot to like and enjoy. This is probably the mode I've played the most of outside of the Battle Royale modes. Bottom of the top tier. Listen, I don't know how to do a lot of the fancy tricks, you know, I'm sure I play suboptimally. But oh man, rocket racing is a ton of fun. When the metaverse modes first dropped, this is the one I played the most of, and I've been hitting it fairly consistently since release. I've been hitting gold, I think just like every season since, just because I kind of like playing it enough. It feels so good to just drive and play, hitting boosts at the right time and double tapping for a bonus, taking the right shortcuts, flipping to the sides and ceiling for boosters. Like I said, I'm not good at rocket racing. I'm a very casual enjoyer of it, but man, it's so fun. I really wish more people got into it. It's probably not what the average Fortnite player wants. A rhythm mode I think is far more likely to be interesting than I don't know what other game this is ripping off. Hitting those big turns and filling that drift gauge just feels good. The courses are fun and well designed. There's quite a few that have always stuck out to me. I'm really sad this is one of the modes that they're sunsetting soon. I really like rocket racing. I just wish it had gotten more love over the years to really entice more players to try it instead of just running the same type of challenges. Honestly, this is going over Blitz. I'd highly recommend you give rocket racing another shot, even if you only played it on launch. This mode is a ton of fun. And yes, you know what, I'll admit it, I was blasting Good Kid, Xenofine, and Bonesaw while I was running this mode. It just fits, it's so good. Yeah, no, I'll be honest. I have no idea how to rank this one. Fortnite Creative is a set of tools you use to make stuff, but none of that stuff is under by Epic, so the tools are what I'm ranking? It's fine, I guess. I tried making a few game modes like a long time ago, like pre-chapter 3. Nowadays, creative is just overshadowed by UEFN, which might be what's killing the game, so listen, I'm just comfortably gonna put it at the bottom of it's fine because I have no idea how to rank this. If you like making modes and stuff, you'll probably rank it a lot higher, but I just don't have much interest. I barely touch the user-generated content in Fortnite anyway. It's just not interesting to me. It's not what I play the game for.
There's nothing. Thank you, son.
I guess, man, sure. A mode where people can walk around and roleplay? What are people doing here? People flexing rare cosmetics? I don't get it, whatever. I played the mode for like 30 minutes and the most we ended up doing was slow walking around as a bunch of Groots and just getting people to join us as I blasted the Simpsons theme song. Bottom of the second to last tier, like, I guess there needs to be a casual hangout mode, sure.
Butthead says what?
What?
Butthead says what?
What?
Okay, listen, at least Party Royale has a map. This is 3 buildings in a tiny courtyard. It doesn't offer anything you can't do in other modes, or just the lobby. If you want to mix songs with friends, you can do that in the lobby. If you want to mix songs by yourself, the festival main stage backstage has you covered. This mode has no reason to exist. It's just worse Party Royale. Literally bottom of the tier list forever. Go to hell.
Wait. Huh? There's Kojima, look.
Yeah, sure, I guess, whatever. I don't get it. It's nice to have the winners of the big tournaments immortalized, but Fortnite's really hardly done any of those. I think the main draw is getting to watch the tournaments in-game on this big screen, but why? There's no reason to. Like, Fortnite is really resource intensive, at least on PC, which is what I play on. If I want to watch a tournament streamed live, there's this website called Twitch I can go to in order to watch that stuff. Follow me on Twitch, ridiculous__ties. With how much Fortnite requires to run, it's a struggle to, like, open other browser tabs or play a game with Twitch running on my second monitor in the background. Again, I don't get why this is here. And then there's this mode where you can fight people. I think it's meant to be a ripoff of The Pit, which itself is a ripoff of like a Minecraft game mode or something. I don't know. The only time I went in there was a guy building a huge base, so I helped him out. Weird little freak. Right above Jam Stage in the bottom tier, I really don't get why this mode exists. I'd honestly much rather they commit to a full museum of winners, modes, whatever. I think a big museum documenting the game's history, inside the game, competitive or otherwise, whatever, would be a lot more interesting than whatever they're trying to do here.
That tonight's gonna be a good night!
Now, this is how you take a simple idea and twist it into something fun and unique. I'm not crazy for Battle Stage. I've only played it a couple of times, but I know people personally who are huge fans. I think it could use some improvements, but oh, it's dying. Never mind. I think dropping the lowest scoring players is a really smart way of doing a mode like this. I think it can run a bit long, you play quite a few songs and you gotta lock in, but man, it is just fun. If you like Festival Main Stage, you'll like Festival Battle Stage. Honestly, if this mode was promoted a bit more, or actually got updates, I'd probably have played it a lot more often. Middle tier, right above LEGO Odyssey. This truly could have been a great mode. There's nothing quite like it out there, at least from what I'm aware of.
That was a ridiculous win.
Oh, I see.
We had their hands tied.
Yes.
They met their worst end.
This was truly for the gamers.
They could not stand up to a sacred fire god.
Jacksepticeye.
Respawn Rumble is built off the back of Team Rumble, a game mode that hasn't been good since Chapter 2 Season 7. And then they made it worse. Respawn Rumble is disappointing. It's the closest thing the game has to a big team battle mode akin to, say, Halo, but it just falls flat. It's, I think, an 8v8 game mode with first to 40 kills winning. And you know what? That's not a bad idea for a mode. The issue is everything else. It's filled up to the brim with what I'm pretty sure are bots. The entire mode takes place at only one location, and there's no time to loot up. Fighting is intended to start as soon as you land, and it just feels bad. Just like Blitz, the entire mode is locked to 0 build. Again, I can play both builds and 0 builds, but I genuinely think this mode would be more fun if building was enabled. In fact, I think the mode would be a lot more fun with like 20v20 or 50v50. Maybe even open up the entire map to loot before. Hold on. Respawn Rumble just makes me sad. They really fumbled what should have been a slam dunk mode so horribly. It's really just a few tweaks away from greatness. As it stands though, top of the second to bottom tier, it's fine, it's enough I guess, but I really don't think it has much to say or do.
Oh, there's a chaos cube here. Wait guys, there's a chaos cube down here.
Yeah, get your 5,000 XP, buddy.
For every kill you get, I'll give you a...
Yeah, so Ballistic only has a ranked mode. Most of the standard modes I discussed earlier, like the Battle Royales, all have ranked variants. But for some reason, Ballistic only has the ranked version. I guess the pubs version wasn't very popular. I don't know, I haven't played a lot of Ballistic. Ballistic is extremely weird. It feels like I'm playing a fake video game. A game pretending to be a tactical shooter. I've played a decent amount of Counter-Strike and too much Valorant because that's all my friends played for like a year and a half. And Ballistic just falls short in every way. Two of the main things that make CS and Valve feel so good is the gunplay and movement. The gunplay is quick and responsive, heavily rewarding precision and positioning. The movement is fluid, allowing you to quickly dash across the map or slowly sneak up on someone. Ballistic has bad feeling guns and even worse feeling movement. I think Ballistic is just using the default Fortnite movement speed, which is horrible! The game feels insanely fast, and the guns do not compensate for that higher pace. I'm not great at tac shooters, but I've played enough to know enough. Ballistic fundamentally does not work with Fortnite. Like, shell maps with no textures aside, the flex gadgets are neat, but they're either really clunky to use or so easy to throw out, I should have to pay for them each round. They took the worst parts of CS and Valorant, mixed in some patented Epic Games jank, and called it a day, right underneath creative. So now let's talk about the death of some of these modes. Rocket Racing, Ballistic, and Battle Stage. Epic Games just laid off 1,000 employees, many of which were key important figures in relation to Fortnite. It's absolutely tragic, and my heart goes out to every employee. Those affected looking for new positions, and those still working, knowing that they could be in danger at any moment. It's a horrible situation. Like, yeah, we can point fingers and blame whomever we want, but at the end of the day, it happened. It sucks, and modes are being taken down. Battle Stage and Ballistic are going to shut down about 2 weeks after this video goes up. That's less than a month after they announced the shutdowns. Rocket Racing will survive to October, but it's just still so disappointing. Corporate greed is a terrible, terrible thing. If this little look around has taught us anything, it's that Epic really has no idea what to do. Like, listen, I enjoy Rocket Racing, but why did they add a car racing mode to their Battle Royale game? By trying to branch out and hit everything, they've continuously fumbled. Why would I want to play a weird, bad-feeling tactical shooter in Fortnite Ballistic when I could play a game that feels incredible, like Counter-Strike? They've cast such a wide net and have put so much focus on quantity over quality that, frankly, it's embarrassing. Sometimes they find a really unique mode, like I can't think of anything similar to Battle Stage, but that's dying soon. Instead of turning the Epic Game Store into a Steam competitor, they're trying to turn Fortnite into a Steam competitor, and it's clearly not working. They pay out ludicrous amounts to people who make the user-generated content because that's the only reason people have to stick around instead of moving to Roblox. It's why I struggle to rank creative so much. It's not something I enjoy, I don't like engaging with the UGC, but Epic has pushed it so hard over these last few years. It's really, really depressing that what was meant to be a fun video where I talk about some modes most people have likely never touched, like seriously, who queues into Legend Landings on March 22nd, has to end like this. Epic Games is funding what was meant to be their ticket to the top of eternity by trying to make it into something it can't be. Roblox was UGC focused from the beginning. Steam was always designed to be a digital storefront. Fortnite Creative and the Epic Games Launcher are new additions they threw onto their most recognizable brand because they wanted to make a quick buck. It doesn't work anymore. They release modes underbaked, barely update them, and then wonder why people don't play them. People still play CS years after the game crystallized into what we know it as now because of the solid fundamentals. Ballistic doesn't have those fundamentals. Epic Games is unwilling to even give new ideas and modes a true, full release. It's a shame Ballistic will never be finalized. They're killing it while it's still in early access. They release modes a lot like modern studios release games. You release it in a buggy and almost unfinished state, only to then go through later and patch it up. Fortnite has good ideas. Even after the layoffs, they still have good people working for them. I truly hope they start to run a tighter ship going forward, because at the rate they're developing and putting out game modes only to kill them later is unsustainable. This isn't just happening to these three modes. There have been plenty of modes Epic Games has put out that they've killed. LEGO Expeditions, Imposters, Battle Lab, Late Game Arena. There's a lot that they've killed over the years. Their focus seems to be on the short-term get players back now vision rather than the long-term keep players playing vision. Sometimes they update game modes, but for the most part, you're lucky to get new challenges if you aren't a Battle Royale or Festival main stage. So, that's it. As of March 2026, this is how I'd rank the Fortnite modes. It's sad some of these are going to be dying soon, but sometimes you've just got to take something bad on the chin. I really hope the future is brighter. The new modes they've put out, especially these last few years, haven't been the greatest. I think I've finally run out of stuff to say before I start circling around on my points again. The core BR modes are good, Festival is fun. Honestly, I'd say the cutoff for fun modes is right between Battle Stage and LEGO Odyssey. Go enjoy these modes while you have the time. I just really hope the next time I make a Fortnite video it can be done in a much more positive light. Take it easy.
As we tether and link our arms as we think that there's no